Good morning. Welcome to subramani.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about equities and how difficult it is to invest in equities and be an equity investor. Let us draw the parallels of being an entrepreneur or an equity investor, more or less the same thing. Suppose you're a first generation equity investor or a first generation entrepreneur. Means nobody else in your family has ever invested in equities, or nobody from your family has ever done his own business. The kind of family taunts that you will get, people will say, बोला था बिजनेस मत करो, नौकरी करो, हमारे लिए ठीक है, हमारे लिए नहीं है business, right? You must have heard all this if you're a businessman. And similarly in equity, you invest for a few years, 4-5 years, you keep telling proudly, look, I've got better returns than BPF. And suddenly one day the market crashes and the same family will taunt and say, I told you not to invest in equities. PPF would have been better. National Savings Certificate would have been better. Bank FD kya bura tha? Right? Ye sab dialogue aapko sunne milega. So let us understand certain things. Investing in equities or being in your own business is an extremely difficult job, right? When you do it, you have to be willing to take the pain, which means your threshold for pain has to be very high. It is like, somebody coming and telling you, run a marathon in 3 hours 30 minutes, right? Both are important. Full marathon in 3 hours 30 minutes. You have to train a lot. There will be a lot of pain. You may still have the pleasure of completing a marathon in 3:29 or whatever, but there will be pain. Nobody can come and tell you, I will train you for a full marathon in 3 hours 30 minutes and there will be no pain. That is a lie. Now why am I bringing that up? Because today some mutual funds are trying to tell you, come to us, we will give you a consistent performance in equity. It is not possible to get a consistent performance in equity, full stop. Sometimes pharma will do well, sometimes banking will do well, sometimes infrastructure will do well, sometimes metal will do well. There is no single fund which is capable of capturing everything permanently and always. It is not possible. Can I create a fund which is say 70% or 75%, 65 to 75% in equity and the balance 35% or whatever is left in debt? Will I be able to deliver? Yes, I will be able to deliver very good returns over long periods of time, because sometimes when I don't want to be in equities, I can be in debt. If I don't want to be in expensive or risky debt, I can be in money market instruments. It gives me, as a fund manager, the choice of being here or there, and I'm sure this fund will beat many indices and it will do well, but there are no guarantees and there can be long periods when it underperforms. That brings me to another topic of Warren Buffett also goes through bad patches, bad performance, and it is impossible to believe the kind of headlines that he gets. I've seen news items saying if somebody had sold Berkshire Hathaway and invested in this tech stock, it would have 100 would have become 200, whereas it is still 123 or 153 in Berkshire Hathaway. Such news items against Warren Buffett. Is he a fund manager? No, Warren Buffett is not a fund manager. He is an investor. Even he can look bad at various points in time. Prashant Jain can look bad at various points in time. Naren can look bad at various points in time. From one time frame to another, say 5 or 10 years, do they give you good returns? That is what you have to look for. That is what you have to look for in equity. This is a bad time to be looking for that, because you will soon see headlines saying 10-year performance is bad, last 15 years if you had put in PPF you would have got better return. You will see such headline. Keep calm. This is the time to keep calm. It's a time to survive. You need not invest, but do not do a portfolio appraisal at this time. Not a great time to be doing a portfolio appraisal. Thank you.